of Moneywise. It's one of the biggest buying decisions we will ever make. When is the right time to start thinking about owning a home? Andy Kemp with Forefront Credit Union is here in the studio to tell us. Andy, first of all, thanks for being here with us. You hear a lot of people say, I'm saving up for a home. How do you know when the right time to pull the trigger is?
The right time is it's all about you and when you do have enough money, quite honestly. And when you're doing that, a good rule of thumb is when you're going out, make sure you have about 30% of your gross monthly income. So set a budget up, figure out how much you have, and put together once the budget's set, is what I'm trying to say, get the gross monthly income, look at it and say, okay, I have about 30%, and then that means I have enough left over to pay taxes, insurance, general upkeep. You need to have a down payment for your house. You need to have a lot of the stuff to be able to move in. Moving is quite expensive as well, so you have to make sure you have enough for that.
Okay. Should you wait till you're a little bit older to try to buy a home, or is there a specific age that you see of people settling down into their own homes?
Historically, people have bought them in their mid-20s, but that's starting to move farther out the spectrum a little bit. Yeah, it is. And quite honestly, there isn't a perfect age. The age is what's right for you. You have to look at what you're planning on doing with your life. Are you planning on growing a family? If so, it may not be the right time to buy a house now because your family might start growing. Are you planning on relocating for a job? If so, now might not be the right time to buy a house because you'll be leaving. And so you have to figure out what works for you. If you can't afford to be in the neighborhood that you want to be in, now may not be the right time, because if you're going to be looking to move shortly, then it's hard to do it.
Totally dependent on your specific situation. There seems to be a lot of credits, a lot of certain loans out there. Yep. What options do people have?
There are a lot of options out there. First-time home buyers have a few more than second-time home buyers. Okay. The first-time home buyers, there's a lot of federal grants and federal programs that they have out there to help you. So you can get in for as little as about 5% down.
Wow.
But with that, there's a lot. That's quite a difference than the 20% down that a lot
What are the ramifications of that?
The ramifications are sometimes you have to pay a little bit more. There's a few more hoops you have to jump through for the house, and they'll look at the house a little closer and make sure that the house is just right, because the government is taking a little bit of risk on that as well.
Okay. How do you get information about that, or how do you get into those loans?
The best way is to talk to your local financial institution or your local lender and find out what works best for you. They will have the best program to set you up and put you in the house that's right for you.
Okay. You also see a lot of commercials on TV about refinancing your home and how it's such a great time for people who already own their homes. When is that a good time? Is it a good idea, really?
Refinancing is a great idea if rates have come down a lot. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, I'm going to refinance and make a better payment. However, that's not always the case, because while the rate may be a little less, there's a lot of closing costs and a lot of extra costs that go into it. You're going to spend potentially a couple $1,000s in order to refinance your home. And when you figure out the savings, it may take you years to actually pay that off. So you have to really figure that out to determine if it's a good idea for you.
Okay, it's great advice.
Okay.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.